This is the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and here are the biggest changes that it has compared to the Z Flip 5. The cameras now have been upgraded. The main sensor is a 50 megapixel sensor, which is a huge improvement from 12 megapixels on the Flip 5. However, the ultra-wide still retains 12 megapixels. But the most exciting part is the phone finally has an IP48 certification, so it will be protected from dust. So those of you who are worried about the hinge, I don't think you have to be worried about that so much now. So there's nothing much to really talk about the design here because it is very similar to last year's phone, but the biggest improvement is in Galaxy AI. So generative AI has gotten a pretty huge update. Last time you would be able to only bring in a photo from another photo, put it into your photo and then generate to kind of merge them both together. But this time you can actually draw on your images and that will generate something based on what you have drawn. Now for us, this makes a lot of sense because we do a lot of storyboarding in Product Nation and usually what we do is we will sketch out the framing that we want or we will take a framing that we like and we saw on Google image search and put that into our deck. But with the new Galaxy AI, we can actually just use Galaxy AI to do our entire storyboards for us. So I think that that's a huge win. Now we have released a video about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 where we will go more in depth in this feature. And of course, for those of you who are on social media a lot, and like to use that awful dog filter thing. Yeah, so in this situation, you can just take a picture of yourself, kind of draw yourself some dog, bunny, cat ears, let it generate, and you would probably have a much better filter than what is already available on Instagram. And also, you will probably stand out more. The other more interesting feature, and I found pretty interesting as well, is live translation. So last time you would only kind of do it through a phone call, but because it has a cover screen right now, and so what it does is when you're speaking to someone who doesn't understand your language, whatever that you say will be translated and it will appear on the cover screen for that person to read out. Then they can reply to you and their translation appears in the inner screen for you to read it. Now, I think that this is a fantastic feature, especially for those of you who travel a lot and you visit countries where the language is foreign to you. Now, aside from that, it also has a composer feature. Now, what this feature does is basically it suggests to you replies or even ways for you to write your emails. Now, I know Android already has this with its smart reply thing that it gets going on, but personally, I think that it's quite bad because it makes you sound like a robot. But because this is using AI, it kind of sounds more human and doesn't sound so fake compared to the smart reply that Android already has. And also the most important thing is that it works on the cover screen as well, so you don't have to flip your phone open. However, it is a bit disappointing that this feature is actually built into Samsung's keyboard app. And so if you are trying to use another keyboard on your phone, this feature is not going to work. Now, Samsung has also said that it will work for social media apps. So the biggest pain when you want to post something on social media is writing out the caption. In this case, you can use the composer feature to actually write for you your captions. And it is smart enough to go through your previous post to kind of understand how you write captions and give you a suggestion based on that. Now, obviously, Live Translate is still here, and the cool thing about it is that it doesn't require you to only use the Samsung phone app. You can actually still use it with other third-party phone apps. So as I mentioned before, the main camera has been updated to 50 megapixel, and with that, it comes with better night videography as well as better HDR features. And I think the most important thing for those of you who are on social media a lot, these features are also now implemented into the Instagram camera app. So for those of you who are complaining that Android doesn't look good when using the inbuilt Instagram camera app, if you get the Fold or the Flip, it's going to look much better now. So let's look at the photos that we have taken, and straight out the bat, I think that it is very impressive. It's actually very similar performance to the Fold, which you can also check out that video as well. But in this case, the clarity is the thing that I'm actually very impressed with this phone. Also, when you're looking at the shadow areas, you can still see the details there. But perhaps the most obvious change is the HDR, because if you look at the clouds and the sky, it's actually still very visible. And by the way, this was a very hot and sunny day. Also, yeah, the selfie camera seems like it's been improved quite a bit as well, because we have taken some pictures with the selfie camera also, and you can see for yourself the details are actually quite amazing. It's very good in its sense of trying to hold on to skin tone, so I think that you're going to be pleasantly surprised with using the Flip 6. Now, hardware-wise, this phone comes with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, which is a great update in my opinion. But the coolest thing is that they actually managed to put a vapor chamber into the Flip 6. And they have told us that the vapor chamber is the same size as the S23 Ultra that they released about a year back. Now, performance is obviously helped by the 12 gigs of RAM, which is the base RAM that you will get with this phone. Now, of course, for those of you that like to customize your phone, Samsung has released some new Flipsuit cases. Now, if you remember, Flipsuit cases are basically something that you attach to the back of the phone and it changes the theme of the phone from the software side. But this time, the new Flipsuit cases actually come with LED lights in them. So when you hook it up to your phone and you wake it up from sleep, the Flipsuit case actually lights up in very pretty lights and patterns, again depending on the pattern that is on the Flipsuit case. Also, it comes with interactive wallpapers. So for example, we saw some wallpapers where you are able to shake the phone and the elements on the cover screen will move around. You can even tap on the cover screen and those elements move around as well. Now the good thing is that Samsung has also said that the Flipsuit cases does not affect the battery life too much. But speaking about battery, this phone now comes with a 4000 mAh battery, which is again an improvement from the Flip 5, which only came with a 3700 mAh battery. So once again, for those of you who want to see exactly how these Galaxy AI features work, make sure you check out our Galaxy Z Fold 6 video that we have somewhere up here. We'll put it somewhere up there, or check it out in the description below as well. So guys, there you have it. That is the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and some updates that have come to Galaxy AI. I think that Galaxy AI is looking to be very, very interesting because the generative edit is most impressive thing I've seen on any smartphone at this point. So I hope that they keep up with that. But let me know what you think in the comments below. But with that guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.